Hello and welcome to a new update of Submersed VR, the Subnautica VR mod I'm working on for quite some time. There has been a new release just some minutes ago, today on the 13th February 2023. It's version 0.14 now, so if you haven't paid attention to the development since the last video I made, actually, Submersed VR was released quite some time now. Let's look at the releases. On the first release I did 2 weeks ago, like on the 1st of the month. And now 2 weeks later, I actually took a small break from modding the game. Had some nice contribution from a friend, and yeah, now I got another release ready with a lot of fixes and things which were kind of mentioned as a known issue in the first release. One thing I still have to address and fix though is, for example, the don't pause while loading bug. So if you load into the game and you open the dashboard or alt tab out somewhere else, it might break still. It's still on my issue list. I'm gonna fix that. As well as the room scale support. That's also a bit weird still. Yeah, a lot of things to be fixed, but one thing I actually added in this release is the ability to actually name lockers and beacons and stuff like that, and I'm gonna show things off. Yeah, let's actually start with that, the first new feature. So let me actually get back up from my virtual desk here. Actually aligns with my real desk. It's kind of nice how you can do these kinds of things. Just the setting is a bit weird, but yeah, I also would like a nice space. It's really actually awesome to be here. Could even work in Subnautica with the overlay mods and stuff like that. But yeah, let me show you the renaming of lockers, for example. If you now press the locker label, it actually pulls up the Steam VR keyboard, and there you can very simply enter a new name. I think this one, yeah, I used for Salt a lot. So if you type a name, it just works. It's really nice, intuitive. Took a bit of time to implement because of difficulties with the custom input label and stuff like that. But yeah, same with the sign. I also got a sign somewhere for testing. Yes. So, but this one is a bit difficult. Like in the original game, it got straight into editing the label, and unfortunately, it's auto-saving now. I got an autosave mod installed, but it's done. But yeah, you can actually edit the properties of the label. You can change the color and toggle the errors on and off, and you have to click twice basically if you wanna edit the label. But as you can see, works just fine. Yeah, the last thing where you can rename stuff was, I think, in the Cyclops. And here, and this also just works. I forgot the number actually from BT, if you know that game. But yeah. So that's the first feature I added in this release. Let's look at the next thing on my list. Yeah, one thing I actually like in VR games and I want to have in Subnautica, I wanted to have for my personal playthrough. You look around in the game, and there's so many things in your face. You got the power, on the top there. You got the health meter, stuff like that. And I got a feature now, like you've seen in the thing. You can move the health bar on your wrist, similar to the overlay thingy actually. So if you go into the settings now, there's a new thing called put survival meter on left wrist, a new option, huh? And if you do that, it's gone from your like screen overlay, and it's on your wrist now, huh? And one thing I also wanted to have, because I don't like having so much stuff in my face all the time, you can use your fingertip from the right wrist, right hand, and if you like touch the meter, you can toggle basically the HUD on and off. Huh? So if I want to play and experience the game, I usually turn it off, and this feels so much more immersive. Huh? It's really cool, actually. I like it. Like, I can look around, enjoy the view of everything. And if I need to like find my Cyclops or find my Seamoth, I turn it off. And I can see, I actually don't know where my Cyclops is. I think it just doesn't show. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's that. I'm not sure if everyone is gonna like that feature, to be honest. It's like a personal thing, more or less. Because I like having the immersiveness of having no HUD if possible. You still have the overlay of the hand reticle or hand thingy for the guide, which I think is not that intrusive. Yeah. But you can toggle it on and off, however you like it. It's a thing, like more like a personal thing, which I wanted to add. It adds to the immersion, in my opinion, so I'm also gonna keep it on for the rest of the video. What else? I have so many overlays. It's crazy. What else do I have? Yeah, one thing, it's a minor issue. I'm not sure if it's like a major feature or not, but now you can also like use the right thumbstick to scroll. Scroll up and down the items. Everything looks a bit blurry because I had to down the resolution quite a bit. I don't have the best GPU. Like right now I got like way less FPS. Everything is super sharp now though. It's like expected. But yeah, I can scroll up and down, which is nice. It even works. I tested it with the map mod. Can scroll in and out. It's a bit weird. I don't know. It's not made for VR. Like the button here, it's also super tiny. But yeah, the scrolling now works. And then we have a lot of tweaks and fixes that annoyed me. For example, the hands, they are a lot different now. If you look at the controllers, they used to be gripping more like this, but now they're like angled 40 degrees up the controllers. And I think that's more intuitive. It's more aligned, more like the like for example the Oculus dashboard or other VR games with hands. It feels more natural for me too. And it's also one thing people noticed and complained about. Yeah, and then there was a bug actually, which was also pretty major or like annoying. So if you get the knife out, and try to aim at something, it's still actually aimed with your view. So even though if you would point at something and then press to like trigger the knife, it would not really aim properly. Same with the fire extinguisher and the exosuit. But now you can actually look away and yeah, aim properly with the knife. Was a pretty annoying thing, which took a bit to notice for me actually. But yeah, now it's actually fixed. And there was also like a complaint, you can actually use the exosuit or like the prawn suit and mine while looking away. But you have to use your right arm to aim at the thing you wanna mine actually. Yeah, and some like other minor fixes. Like the tooltip in the previous build would like scaled up and down with the distance from the controller to the PDA or the UI, but that's fixed now. And you actually see a laser pointer now on the exosuit. Let me verify that too before.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Why did it trigger the UI animation? I think that's also a bug from the game. But yeah, if you have something on the ground now... I think there's a piece of salt, yeah. It shows the laser pointer. The distance is not wrong, not right, but I think it's better than no feedback. But yeah, you can pick stuff up like that, and you can also like drill and look away. It should work. But in general, like the exosuit could still, like everything could still use some work. Mainly the vehicles, the hands. And that's also like a good segue to the next part, the roadmap of the mod.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
But let's get maybe up again, I don't know. There are a lot of things which could be improved and made even more immersive. Let me pull up my window again. And I actually got like a dashboard thing. If you go to issues in the Subnautica project and then milestones, like the next big release I actually plan for, I still probably gonna do 1 or 2 more bug fix polishing releases, especially with the rune scale support and stuff like that. But yeah, the next big thing is gonna be better hands and tools. There are a lot of things in the tools you can and should improve, which I already talked about in the past videos, like for example, being able to like grab the sig light and press the buttons. But the state right now is you have to have all the buttons and stuff like that for the game to work at all. You can't just rebind buttons for custom other actions and stuff like that. So what I want to do first, before I can actually tackle the later things, is I want to get the fingers or like the hand tracking to work so I can interact with the world UI a bit more. Like for example, touch, you know, the buttons on the seek light. Or for example, like even with the tool build, like the builder tool and stuff like that, maybe you can actually, if you want to build something and rotate it, it's also like a big pain, or was a big pain to implement. Like the tool in general, like the buttons, they're not intuitive. I always get them wrong. Yeah? But yeah, like you could also have like custom buttons, like just you have to touch, or for the reloading. I think it's even more the thing. But for that, I actually want to get the fingers to work properly first. But that kind of task could take a lot of time. I have no idea how easy it is. But yeah, that's basically the major new things I want to add in the future, like the better hands and tools, then better vehicles that you can actually like use your hands to drive. They're not completely like dependent on each other. I think you could already implement the vehicle stuff without having the hands, but yeah, it's not easy to do. Also, there's a lot of things I have to do just from a coding perspective, like the mod grew quite a bit now and could use another cleanup. A lot of patches all over the place. I try to keep it clean, but if you want to release something, you're always gonna cut some corners, so it's also gonna take a while. I at least would like to clean up the code base a bit. And then you have another features like the swimming locomotion, which are also like really interesting, yeah? I think it could be really awesome to actually like go outside in the game and use your arms to like move. And could add even more immersion and make the game maybe even more challenging, yeah? Oh, that's like super laggy for me. But yeah. And then some other things like better cinematics, creature interaction. There's so much to do. Also with the hands, what I wanted to do maybe is having... I have too many windows. The ability to grab items. You could go even as far. There's actually a mod, I haven't tried it out yet, which puts all the items in the locker visually in the thing as a physical object. So I just had the idea, you could actually open the locker physically in VR, maybe grab the item and like pull it behind you to actually grab it. But then the PDA might need some more tweaking. But yeah, just the ability to maybe interact with more objects. Like, I want to grab, I'm thirsty. I want to grab the thing and drink. But those things take a lot of time and effort. And the game is perfectly playable already, for me at least. So, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, imagine being able to pick the fruits and eat them. It's a lot of work, but it's fun. It's fun mostly. Even though there are also a lot of bugs and tweaks, and you're still modding a game, which is a bit painful. I want to also see if I can make my modding a bit more efficient by getting better debug tools in the game and stuff like that. But it's already really nice. I really enjoyed building the base here actually and exploring the world in VR. It's actually really nice to play already. So I'm pretty happy with the mod already, but there's always more you can do. But yeah, one thing where I might actually need help from you guys. I can only test my changes with the aiming and the tools and stuff like that with the Quest 2 controllers. But I heard people complaining about the aiming not feeling intuitive on other controllers. So what I would like you to do maybe is you can go into the settings and like go to the debug options and enable the always show controllers like here. And then maybe show me how your controller actually feels in your hand. And then see how the laser pointer also like comes from the controller and hand. There's still much tweaking you can do, I guess. Also, this might not feel perfectly fine. Someone complained about the laser pointer from the scanner being unnatural. But as you can see, the scanner tool perfectly lines up, like with my finger actually on the trigger. There is a change between the pointer, yes, but still, I think it's needed because you want to scan like that. That's intuitive, that's how the tool works. You don't want to scan like that, with the tool aiming down like that. And for me, this also works fine. Like the distance, maybe. Yeah, a lot of things to tweak and do. But it's also easy to get overwhelmed by all the things you want to do. But still, I hope you got a little insight into the development process and how things work. I have a lot of fun playing the game now in VR, and I have a friend who actually reported he played through the game in 3 days and enjoyed it with the mod. So I'm quite happy already, yeah. But there's lots to do. And yeah, I'm gonna keep going. But I'm not sure how fast. Like I need also to take breaks. And stuff like that. But yeah, I'm talking for a long time now. Thank you for watching the video. And I hope I see you next time. Bye bye.